Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends. Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, you and your friends. Now let me see your earthquake, shot it, make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Earthquake, try to make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. It goes up, it goes down, like an elevator. It goes round and round, love when you demonstrate it. Do it for the vine, do it for the vine. Do it for the vine, do it for the vine. Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends. Got the Snapchat on fleek, so it's the Instagram. The night is young, you know we going in. The squad too lit, I promise it. On with that earthquake, shot it, make it bounce. Spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Earthquake, try to make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cash that, bounce that, make a bad check. To the out, spin it round, go around with it. Bend it over, let me see you bring it back. I'm on a swag high, and a little too faded. I'm feeling too fly. I need some aviators. Can I get you with your little? It's like I caught you later. I'm trying to keep it between you and be a regular. Earthquake, shot it, make it bounce. Spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Earthquake, shot it, make it bounce. Spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 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 1, 2, 1, 2. Turn down for what? Tell 'em turn down for what? Tell 'em turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Tell 'em turn down for what? Tell 'em turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, you and your friends, yeah, you and your friends, make them turn up on the dance floor, you and your friends, you and your friends, yeah. Earthquake, shot it, make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around, let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Earthquake, try to make it bounce, spin it like a helicopter, make it go around. Let me see you show off, gon' twerk it out. Right cheek, left cheek, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, 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 1, 2, 1, 2.
BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
As Mr. Flavor, I am proud to bring to you Mr. E, the music maestro.
What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? What's good? This is your boy, Mr. E, Boss of the Southside Bosses, coming to you live here on BOSS Radio's Passion Hour, where we got our most number one show, What Would You Do? Here on BOSS Radio, you know how we like to get down. We bring you a scenario and tell you, hey, what you gonna do in this scenario? I know you ain't never come across something like this before. So I do want to ask you, y'all to go out and check out our sponsor Southside Beauty Care, where we have the best in now natural skincare products such as shea butter, cocoa butter, babusa oil, black seed oil. You know, you ask for it, we will have it here. So make sure y'all hit us up, especially if you suffer from eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, acne, and more. And we're gonna help you get that skin looking A1. Y'all heard me? We got some very beautiful guests on the bit, especially our beautiful co-host Erica and the Miss E Squared in the building.
Hey.
And we also got two wonderful guests joining us tonight. Y'all introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's the deal? It's your boy Astro. You know, local rap artist out of Corpus Christi, Texas. You know, rolling with the OTK. So, you know, if you ain't heard of us, check us out. We on all platforms. Catch us on YouTube. Yeah.
Already, OTK. That's off the chain, right?
Off the chain, yes, sir.
Yes, that's my man. That's my people. Them. That's the DC Young Rollers and all them.
It's Fatzilla, Bug G.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to talk more about that later, boy. Them my people right there.
Sir.
Already, and we also got wonderful guest star that's always been on here, popping since day one with BOSS Radio. How you doing, man?
Hey, hi, this is Connie with Moi XO Radio on the same platform as Boss, and I'm always on here because I just have fun. People that know me just know that I always got something to say about something anyway.
Exactly. Hey, she been rocking with me since day one, coming up with her. She's been the reason I've been pumping this long with her outlandish views.
I just speak from the heart. That's all I can say.
Already.
Don't let my brain get involved. We're in trouble.
Right, that part. We don't need that. Already. So, well, we gonna do for What Would You Do podcast this evening, on this Sunday evening. We're gonna go ahead and spread the scenario. So, let's say you're going through your spouse's desk. You find some divorce papers. Everything was filled out, but your name, a signature, and a date. You thought everything was going good. What do you do? Now, I know this has got to be a juicy one right here, because I mean, you thought everything was good, and all of a sudden you just got your boat rocked. Like, how do you respond? How are you supposed to respond to that? Who want to go first on that?
I don't care.
I'll go ahead and take off with this one. Cause, I'll speak as if this was me maybe like a year or two ago, right?
Whoa.
So me, first off, I'm coming in, I see something like that, I'm gonna start assuming the worst. I'm like, I'm already being a negative Nancy, you know. I'm like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I can't wait. I'm gonna go confront about this, or you know, find out, you know, what's going on, or maybe even take it so far as play for tit for tat, you know. So that's how I would have handled it, you know what I'm saying, a couple years ago. But you know, thank God that I found me a, you know what I'm saying, a lucky one, and you know, everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she real with you. You got to keep, because if obviously if they keeping some divorce papers from you, they ain't too real with you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have a real one in order to avoid a situation like that.
I'm like him. I think I would have had to been petty. I probably would have had a little plan where I would have, had to continue snooping, continue looking through the drawers, and then all in all, it's about communication, because I probably would have kicked in some doors and been like, what is this about? I mean, when were you really at this point that made you want to go and get divorce papers and then not even tell me about it? Were these for me? Are these for a friend of ours? Are you getting married or getting divorced with someone else? I need communication. I need to know what's going on between us. So that's how I would handle that.
Okay, and what about you, Connie?
Well, mine's going to be a little lengthier, only because I had a couple of scenarios popped in my head whenever you told me what the whole thing was. First of all, the word snoop was put in there, that you were snooping around in somebody else's stuff. If you just have a really good relationship, there's nothing.
There is no snooping.
There's nothing about. Yeah, there's no snooping.
Okay, yeah, no.
Then here.
I want to address that because I forgot to throw this in. That did come up and I was brainstorming and I did forget to put this in there. Let's say you was in there looking for like a garage key. You was looking for Ashley, they sent you in there. They sent you in there looking for something.
Well, then, okay, let's just assume we're not snooping. We're legitimately in there for whatever reason it may be. They sent you in there, whatever. If I came across from something like that, my first thing being me, I'm going to do a background on you. But first of all, I would have done a background on you before I fooled with you anyway.
Right. Are you really married?
If you got somebody else that you did not remove from your life, and then what'd you do? Go on the damn internet? Because you already put your name on there. Everybody's name on there. And if I really felt maybe the relationship might have been rocky at some point in time, then I would probably address it that way. However, if I felt somewhat intimidated by it, I would make sure my attorney draws those papers and put them in court before yours, because whoever files first usually has more leverage.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. That's petty. That's a woman being petty. That's that tit for tat. You gonna hide your papers in a drawer. Ours are gonna be filed already in the court.
Yeah, but they're gonna be filed correctly because there's gonna be names on there. It ain't gonna be blank.
Right.
John Smith and Mary Smith.
And it's gonna be already drawn up on who's getting what, how we're gonna divide everything, and equally about it. I'll be equal.
We can call it no fault. We call it no fault up to hell and back. I don't. But if that's what but I would address him. If this is what you want, but maybe you didn't know how to come to me with it, let's sit down like we're grown. Let's have a shot of whiskey. Hell, I don't know. Scratch your nuts in the back on the bonfire. But at the end of the day, be grown with me. Because if you're going to be like that with me, you picked the wrong female. Because I can sit down and talk about anything and not get nasty.
Right.
Yep.
I feel that.
That's called being grown.
And I can agree with that 100%. I can pretty much say that, all these responses was fair. Now let's go ahead and throw a curveball. You approach this person with those papers, and then you find out they're not for you.
Oh, you're done. Who are they for?
They're not for you.
But are you married to someone else?
Your spouse's name is still on that mug, but they ain't for you.
Oh, but he can't be my spouse.
With somebody else.
Yeah, he can't be my spouse. So maybe that's why it took us so long to get married. Maybe that's why we still engaged, because you never closed this book nor this chapter, and you completely forgot to tell this to me.
But this is something that y'all are missing. This not your fiance. This your spouse.
No, if you're married.
This your spouse.
How can you be?
This is your spouse.
Oh, so are we in Oklahoma?
Maybe.
ATM and Toto, yeah.
Exactly. We up here in Kansas. We in the poly world or something with the...
Well, you never know.
Right.
What you got to say, Chris?
I was just what was being said.
I'm just saying, like, you never know. That person was probably trying to get out of a marriage and, and didn't want to burden you with all that unnecessary drama.
No.
You know what? At our age and time in life, we're not virgins either. So you're going to try to convince somebody you are?
Right.
It's illegal to do that. And that's why I brought up the background thing. It would pop up that there's no dissolution.
Right.
Then you're going to even know who she is. Walk up and say, hey, why don't you call Sharon and ask her if she wants to fly down next weekend and watch his face?
Yep.
Don't be mad at her. You can't be mad at her.
Okay. Now,
it's not a competition. It ain't if she looks better than you or whatever, bougie. It's about the situation.
Okay.
Now, maybe he felt really compelled that he needed to do this act of love with you because he felt like maybe he's going to lose you if he didn't step up. But that says a lot about him.
And you wouldn't feel any kind of way that he didn't tell you? Like that's
well, yeah.
Because
he deserves to be bitch slapped, but I can't do that. I end up in jail.
Those would be on the verge of he and I getting divorce papers, because that's something major. That's not like a little small lie. That's like we really gonna have to sit down and talk, because now I don't know you. I have no trust in you. You married a whole other woman. And now you tried to marry me, and now you're getting divorced. You did marry me, but you got divorce papers.
And what if you got kids?
Exactly.
Whoa.
Right. How is that going to play out?
Ooh, wow.
But we really wasn't married, but we was. But you're not a bastard child because we thought we was married. I mean, it depends on what religion you are.
Technically.
And all this extra.
Technically, by law, if you're married and you have a baby outside of that marriage, that baby belongs to that marriage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
but if you're married and you have an affair and you give birth to a child by another man, it still goes on the person you're married to.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if you, let's say you in this situation, you got this husband, he's married to somebody before you and still married, and you done birthed him 3 children. She could come and take your children.
Well, she should have stopped it too, but anyway.
She's not going to want them kids. Trust me, she won't want them.
I'm just saying, that would be a weird scenario. Somebody just comes up to you and say, hey, I'm here to pick up my children.
That's why I said have Sharon fly down next weekend. We'll all sit around talk about it outside and roast marshmallows or something, I mean, she probably doesn't know either.
Wow. So how would you break that? How would you break that information to her if he's not willing to?
I'm very blunt and direct and forward. I wouldn't be mean to her, but I said, think we need to have a conversation. Who are you? Well, let me break that down to you. I mean, why pussyfoot around about it and go, well, I am not that kind of female. I'm not going to be mean to her by any means, but I'm going to let her know. Because she needs to know.
True.
Just like I need to know.
See, and I don't know. I feel the way I would go about it is a little different. I mean, if I find out that you have been you still fighting a marriage of divorce, you trying to get a divorce and you didn't tell me, yeah, that would hurt the whole trust thing. That would. But I honestly would have to gauge where we're at.
What if she didn't know what he got married to somebody and she...
No, I'm talking about in my situation.
Guys that leave for work and stuff.
No, I'm talking about in my situation with her. She's still married. With her being married.
How long are you knowing these people? Because these are conversation starters to me.
Yeah. And so,
how do you not... I mean, it can happen because it happens.
Mm-hmm.
In my past, I've dated a guy who was divorced, still going out with his wife, had a mistress and a girlfriend, and lived with somebody all at the same time. Girl, he was working. I was like, wow, how do you have time?
I'm exhausted hearing about it.
Exactly. So, yes, this situation can happen, but that's over time. Mm-hmm. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, you've been with this person obviously long enough that you have 3 children with them. You never thought to ask about their past or any ex-girlfriends or ex-wives or their family members or...
Well, see, this is a funny thing with law. You can always word things a certain way and still mean what you just said, but it looked totally different in your eyes.
Okay, but here's the deal. I am a single woman. I don't ask anybody about their past because their past is the past. They can't move forward to the future. Now, their family, that's different because that is part of your future eventually. But what you did before me, I don't even want to know about it.
No, ma'am. I used to think that way until I got caught up in that 10-year situation. No, ma'am.
Well,
I'm asking guns blazing. And if you not come to the truth with me, you got to go. I'm not about to be caught on cheaters. I'm not about to get busted in the head to the white meat thinking that I'm the only one that he's with. No, I cannot. Been there and done that.
Trust me, if my brother ain't the only one with you, I'm going to beat him to the white meat, okay?
Oh, yeah. He and I talked about that.
I don't know how I got put in this. I'm just the host. Anyway, Chris, you was about to say something. Chris, what was you about to say, Ryan?
Okay, look.
All right, Chris.
Hey, look at this plot twist. Okay, say for instance, you find the divorce papers, and like I said, if, for instance, I were to play tit for tat, I'm like, you know what, well, I'm going to do something and act out against what I thought, maybe could have been misconstrued, and it could have been totally something different. Maybe, my significant other was holding the papers for their friend or whatever, and I just barely found them and shit.
Right. That's
what happens then.
Yeah, she got a good excuse, or your significant other got a good excuse.
Let me know what the friend's name is so I can put their name and fill in the blanks.
Exactly.
Then we're good.
Exactly.
Now you're taking it a step further than they wanted to take it, though.
That's a good friend and stuff like that, but I wouldn't do something just for that reason. Because now you've created problems. I created problems within my own household by trying to do my friend a solid. By trying to hide her divorce papers because he or she wants to do divorce and they don't want to tell their spouse. So I'm trying to be a good friend. Well, let me just hold these for you. And then my man comes in here and he finds them. And now it looks like it's me.
Right.
But would that actually come to your head? Will you actually be thinking about that when your friend comes to you with their problems and they bust out with these divorce papers? Like, can you just put these in your office, you know what I'm saying? And just whenever I ask you for them, just bring them to me, and then that's when you're gonna make me do it. Because you've been telling your friend this whole time she need to get a divorce.
And that's why I would be like, I'm not about to hold nothing. You, my girl, my boy, I love you to death, but I'm not about to get involved in y'all's drama. Especially if you friends with both of them.
Aren't you already involved in their drama? Where if you're, like he said, Eric said that if you're telling that person to get a divorce, that's not something that I get involved in, telling people what they need to do in that aspect. But if you're in a friend relationship and you're constantly telling this friend, well, you need to get a divorce, isn't that the same thing? No,
I'm pro-relationship unless somebody is being laid hands on. Now, I believe you can work anything out. So unless you getting beat upside your head, unless your life is in danger, that's when you need to get a divorce.
Whoop upside your head. I said oops upside your head.
Now, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I don't want to get involved. I love you guys both. But yeah, I'll put my 2 cents in it. You should do this. Y'all need to sit down and talk. Y'all need to go to counseling. I'm all about counseling. But I'm not going to sit there and if I do, let me retract. If I do take these papers, trust and believe my man is already going to know. Hey, let me tell you what's going on with so-and-so. Since we're all friends, we consider them family. You already know this is what's going on. These are not ours. These are theirs. She just wanted me to keep these over here, or he just wanted me to keep these until they figure out on what they're going to do. Nothing's drawn up. Nothing's, it hasn't moved forward or anything like that. That's how I would play that scenario.
I think having them is moving forward enough.
Well, I mean, you can do a lot of things when you mad.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
now
I
let me
agree
go
with
ahead.
that.
Let me go ahead and throw another twist at you. So you done approached your significant other with your spouse with your discovery. You done found out that, you know what I'm saying, you sitting them down at the dining room table, you pull it all out there for them to see, and you ask them, and what they tell you is, well, baby, I'm not gonna lie to you. 7 months ago, I thought about having an affair.
What? How you think about having an affair? Either you did or you didn't.
You know, people can think about
You
it.
think
Some people think about it.
You think about it on a daily basis. Most people do.
Okay, but
It's just a thought that ran through your mind.
Now-
But when you pondering, especially enough to go and get divorce
Okay,
papers,
pondering.
then you pondered too far. If you pondered, that means to me you've already crossed that bridge. Especially if it got to
Now-
you thinking for you to go and get divorce papers from me.
Now, this was 7 months ago. I want to put this back out there. This was 7 months ago, and they said they pondered it, and then nothing came. They made sure they changed their mind at they got the papers and they changed their mind.
You have to understand something. Everybody is lustful on a 24/7, whether it's with one
Right.
person or somebody walking down the street. Some people, and I have to look at it this in a different way, because if a person was considering, say somebody they work with, because we're with people more at work than we are at home. You know what I'm saying? And maybe a new person started or whatever, and they're very attractive, they laugh a lot, they make them laugh a lot, blah, 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 blah. Maybe they did consider crossing over that.
But enough to go and get divorce papers?
Well, they didn't cross over.
But it's like if you almost thought about it, how do I know that you're not going to almost think about it again?
Exactly.
You'll never know.
Insecurities and stuff.
Exactly.
You'll never know.
Especially enough if you went as far enough to go and get divorce papers. Not just going to sit there and say, hey, no, these are divorce papers, which means to dissolve our marriage, to dissolve what we had. That means you've pondered well over a couple of days or a minute or two. This means that you've been spending time with this person.
Or thinking about it anyway.
Yeah.
Especially
My
to go
thing
and
is
divorce
this.
what you got already at home to try and start something new. And then at the last minute, maybe she got a girlfriend or a boyfriend and was like, you know what? Maybe I need to stay in my lane.
I can respect somebody to tell me that they're interested in someone else than I can for me to find out on my own. Because I can respect you still, at the end of the day, if you come and say something to me versus me finding out. Because then I can't respect you or trust you at all.
All right, now that brings up my next question. Would you consider it a breach of trust? Hello?
Everybody
Yeah.
crickets.
Would you consider that a breach of trust?
Did you act on it?
To me, it all boils back down to okay, you thought about it, and now I don't know where I sit with you, and I don't know how long, or if this was just a phase, or amongst many phases to come, or so I don't know. It would just leave me iffy, and I wouldn't be able to live my life forward like that because it would be breaking my mind.
Right. Same here. Yeah, it's a breach of trust to me.
I think it's a breach of trust as well. I think it would be a really phenomenal person to go, well, no, that wouldn't bother me at all. But it would bother me. And I'm not going to say that it would never pop back up in my head periodically. And I'm far from being an insecure female. But just actions and interactions and different things, may make me go, you know what I'm saying?
But something like that, excuse me, would make you become insecure, or it's going to make you wonder, what did this person have or what did I do to make my spouse want to cheat on me? But actually he didn't want to cheat. He wanted to divorce me so he can be with somebody else. He went and got divorce papers.
Well,
he went so far to get divorce papers because he wanted to be with somebody else. Yeah, that's going to make me feel some type of way.
Well, me personally, okay, and Eric knows of a situation about 4 or 5 years ago. It didn't make me feel insecure at all. It made me stronger than what I thought I was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care. I cut that off. I should flip that switch.
With pride.
So it's all about me.
And you did that with pride. I that much I can vouch for. You did that with pride. You kept
with pride. I held my head high.
So.
Said, thank you. Bye. Have to go.
Would you want to meet this person?
But it's a personal thing, you know. Not everybody is the same.
Would you want to meet that person? Like, you find that out, and would it be? Well, kind of already know your answer to this. You lived it, but like, if you would that be in the back of your mind? Like, I wonder what this, not wonder what this person got better than me, but I wonder what this person is like.
Of course, it's gonna be in the back of your mind, but to actually let this person live rent free in your head, it's like Connie said, it'll either make you a stronger person or it's gonna drive you crazy to where you're going to be so consumed on trying to find this other person that it's gonna just drive you crazy.
What about you, Chris?
I don't know. Yeah.
See, me personally, I've been most of the relationships I've been in. I grew up around thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So I got cheated on a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I always got cheated on by people who I knew. You know, she always ran into my homeboys or something like that. So I never had the urge, or I never had the chance to have that urge. I wonder who the nigga is. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, I'll be like, well, damn, dog, you got draws? Yeah, man, I was going to tell you, man. Be like, you know, you ain't tell me, so fuck you, don't talk to me no more. Or they'll come and tell me, and then me and him still rock cool, you know what I'm saying? And I just drop her. But I never been in a situation where I didn't know the guy. So I think I would want to at least, I wouldn't approach him or nothing like that. And I'm not with that bum shit like that. But I would want to know exactly what kind of guy. Maybe this is the type of person she's supposed to be with.
Right. Because I know I would want to know.
You're just looking at a physicalness then.
No.
It's not necessarily just physical.
What I mean by approaching is, I wouldn't come to him and be like, hey, you was fucking my woman. I wouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got her. You know what I'm saying? I see it like this. Thank you for getting a snake away from me. You know what I'm saying? For real.
If you ever had to come to that point for me, I'll be throwing hands probably.
Right. Right.
You know, a lot of females, I can say, only because they've said this. I mean, I just want to know what she looks like. Why? Because people are delusional. There's a friend of mine. My friend of mine back home is a very, very big time model in all kinds of magazines all over the world. Okay, his wife is the sweetest thing you would ever meet in your life, and never in your lifetime would you put them two together, because she's like 320 pounds. But this beautiful face, she's just a sweetheart. But society puts two people together in what they think they should look like.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we as humans a lot of times want to see what that person looks like in comparison. Well, you know, she does this, and they get catty about it. You know what I'm talking about, Eric. You know people like that as well.
Yeah.
They get catty about it. It's like, who gives a damn what they look like? What are they like as a person? Or maybe they're trying to take your guy because he's a good provider.
I had that same situation, and I did want to see what she looked like. And because I was like, look, I'm not an ugly woman by far. And I'm not saying I'm the beautifulest or the most best looking woman out there, but I know all my attributes and I know what I have and what I have to offer. So I asked him one time, I was all like, you said you made a choice between me and her. What was it? He was all like, well, she didn't expect anything from me. I was like, what? I was all like, she didn't expect anything from you. He was all like, yeah, she had no expectations. Your expectations were too high. And I just didn't want to, deal with that. Dude, if me...
You didn't want to commit to it,
Exactly. I was all like, you know what? Thank you. I was all like, because if you don't want somebody in your corner pushing you to go further or being there or, loving you or whatever it is, and that's what you want, okay. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let me know so I'm not wasting my time.
Right. And loyalty is a big thing, in any kind of relationship, friendship or whatever. Loyalty is it.
Yep.
If you don't have loyalty and a commitment to that other person, what do you have?
Right.
You have a Hollywood fantasy. You have a Hollywood relationship that, like you said, society put together.
Right.
That's all you have, and that's gonna crumble because that's what it's made to crumble. They built that so that when the drama of you crumbling happens, they got something to write about in those tabloids.
Well, sure they do.
That's the whole point of those. That's why I can understand this. I can actually agree with that. Will be a breach of trust as well because again, if you live in that fast life, and let me put it another way. If you're with somebody who's living that fast life and you're not, then you're destined to fail in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So whenever you came across those divorce papers, you should have been inspecting them.
Yeah, really.
So it's a lot that can go on with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the fact that a lot of these people are so wanted that they will marry the most mediocre person while they're caught on all these TMZ shows with all these fine model type people. But I'm going to bring up a good scenario.
Jesse Williams?
No, not him, because I don't know his story that well.
Okay.
Aisha fucking Curry.
Don't hate on her.
I'm gonna hate on that bitch until she fucking gives that man a goddamn proper fucking marriage. Because how you gonna come out? You got this man loving all over you.
I really believe that they took her statement out of context and ran with it.
No. There was no out of context with that. She said what she said.
Yeah, she made a statement about her husband, Stephen Curry, who fine as our wine. And she said, as pretty as she is, because she's gorgeous, and she was all like, nobody looks at me like that.
Bitch, you don't need nobody. No, she said she don't get other men hollering, looking at her like that.
She doesn't get other men looking at her like that. But look at all the women that's falling all over. Hello, look at what I just said. Look at all these other women that's falling all over her husband. And she just made a comparison like, okay, yes, I know my man is fine, but I'm no ugly duckling. I don't see men falling all over me like that.
You don't need men falling all over you, and he don't really need all the women falling over her. But y'all women are more materialistic than men. That's what.
Watch out now!
No. We know this. We know this for a fact.
You don't know that about me.
Oh, I said women in general, not all women.
You didn't say that.
Women in general.
You said all women.
No, I didn't say all women. I said women. I said women.
Back it up.
So I'm saying women are not all women, but women are more materialistic. More super, especially when it comes to a basketball player. You don't see these female basketball players. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple of them that if I didn't have my boo thing over here, I'd be trying to, you know what I'm saying? But not all of them. Not all of them. You got the most ugliest male NBA player out there who's getting some yaya right now. Right now. So that just goes to show that of course these girls are going to be, and they're girls at that, going to be all over Steph Curry like that because he's a multi-millionaire. He's not an ugly guy.
Not at all.
But you have to understand something, and I had a really good friend tell me this. He said, Connie, a lot of men do not like to approach real pretty
women. Right.
Because they feel they're going to be rejected.
I've been told that so many times.
You know another thing too? We don't like, most of us, most real men don't like approaching women who have a ring on their finger. That's some shit that happens.
No damn ring on my finger.
I know. What's a ring?
Ayesha Curry, she's
it's
married.
It's not the point of approaching her.
That's what I'm saying. She's talking about that, but
she was just looking at compliments.
What?
I see on where she's saying on what she's talking about.
See, y'all tripping. Cause if you worried.
Why are we tripping? Because we don't agree with you?
No, because if you're worried about other men looking and eyeballing you and giving you compliments and stuff, and you're not satisfied with what your husband is giving you, you're tripping.
That's a no-no.
That is a no-no.
I'm happy as hell. If I had a husband.
Who said that she wasn't happy on what Steph was doing?
If you happy, that wouldn't even be on your mind. Other men wouldn't even be on your mind if you was happy with the man you had.
I think she just made a statement
so am I wrong?
General.
But am I
Chris,
wrong?
What are you saying?
I don't know. If she was my wife and it was like that, I don't know. I'd be like, I don't know. I wouldn't do
that.
Yeah.
It's like, why is it okay for you to get all these women, but
what women is he getting?
But that's the thing though. Like, it's not intentional. It's not like I'm
exactly.
I'm just out there doing what I'm good at.
Exactly. He's not out there showboating for other women. That man trying to bring home.
It might just be something they set up for an article. Heck, who knows?
Exactly. Or it could be the fact that she's not in the spotlight like Vanessa Bryant wasn't until Kobe cheated. She was a stay-at-home mom. She's the girlfriend. She's taking care of the house. And that's what she's doing. But actually, she has a lot of stuff going on.
She got a lot of stuff going for herself.
Ayesha got a lot of stuff going on.
Both of them had things going on.
Vanessa,
what my issue is you got all these other women out here. Yes, girl queen, know your value, baby. Don't let them play you, baby. You get yours. What the fuck? She's talking about being a hoe and you fucking clapping for that shit.
I still think that was taken out of context.
It was, babe. She said what she said, and she did. And when she explained it how we took it.
Let me say this: if you guys, Chris and Eric, if you guys are with your women, and a guy pays attention to her, like, oh, she's nice looking. Do not get your feathers all in an uproar.
You should have asked us what we. No. Don't tell us what to do. Don't tell us what. You should have asked us what we was going to do. Chris, what would you do in your situation where a man is eyeballing your girl?
Ask what
No. Because that's what this is. What it is. This is a conversation. So, Chris,
conversation. It's a compliment to you all.
Chris, if you see somebody actually going at trying to holler at your girl, how are you going to look at that?
No, don't put it.
No. We gonna put it like that.
Holler at your girl.
That's what Ayesha was talking about.
Hollering at your girl means you can go lay down somewhere. Not everybody's from the same area.
Holler at your girl just means holler at he's trying to get with her, whatever.
Where you're at.
So Chris, if somebody's trying to get with your girl, well, how you gonna look at it?
So he says the same girl.
Look, I'm gonna bring back a story. Okay, I went out to the Ropers one night. All right, and I was at the bar, and I was with my wife, and this guy comes up and he's all, making conversation with us, and then he all starts getting close to my wife, and I'm like, I put my wife to the side. I'm like, hey, hold up, you know what I'm saying? I had to step in there and let her know what it was, but I don't know. I don't know. For me, I couldn't take it.
But are you checking your wife, or are you gonna check him?
Yeah, I'm checking it. Well, it depends on the situation. Like if there's play, if there was like, room open for play, and I'm like, peeping it for a second or whatever, then I might have to check both of them. You know what I'm saying? But one privately and one publicly. You know what I'm saying? It would be the guy.
I'm not saying where he crossed the line, Chris. I'm just saying if a man comes up and pays your lady a compliment.
That's what they're doing. When they're coming up and paying your lady a compliment, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I still don't like that.
That's because they hollering.
You would not like for another man to tell you that he thinks your wife is pretty?
Don't do it in front of me.
What?
Don't do it.
You have got to be kidding.
Why? What is the problem?
Y'all taking what Ayesha Curry said out of context.
I don't care about Ayesha
that's
Curry.
The whole. No,
I'm
that's the
talking
scenario.
about general.
We're talking about if somebody is trying to holler at your girl. Cause that was what Aisha. That's the whole scenario right now.
If another woman comes up and tells my man, I think your man's fine, I'll say thank you.
Exactly.
Because I have enough trust in between our relationship that it's not going to go anywhere.
Now,
if it does step outside that, I'm sure he would say something.
I would be all like, girl, ain't he fine?
Let me answer that question. Let me answer the question. Because I've done this with plenty of girls. We go to the club. If a nigga start moving up on them, they start telling them, hey, are you going to get me a drink? Every other drink, they shooting it to me. So we both going home slizzard on this nigga dying. I don't care. It's a compliment to me. But when the nigga come up and tell your girl, he's complimenting your girl, guess what he's doing? That is, I'm telling you as a man, what another man is doing when he comes up and compliments your girl even in front of you. He is hollering at her. He is planting that seed.
Yeah. But then again, it depends on the female and how she responds to him as well.
Exactly. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But that's what Chris was saying about checking her. Because if she's playing along in it, all lost in this motherfucker eyes and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? This nigga done bought her 3 drinks, ain't slid you not one of them motherfuckers. You know, something going on. You're going to have to check her ass.
So if he gives you 5 and her 3, then it's okay?
Yeah.
Right.
He can sit there and have a conversation with her all night long. See, you can have a conversation with her ass all night long. You could compliment the fucker because I trust my girl. I ain't worried about her going home with him. But I am going to make sure that this nigga know not to cross the motherfucking line. Because that's what they do. Men cross the line. Men, that is what.
And you think there ain't women out there that don't do the same thing?
Oh yes, I know for a fact that they do. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that they do, but that's again on my woman to trust me, and she is going to get benefit from everything this woman who's complimenting is trying to do. If she this woman come work, bought me a goddamn Starbucks coffee. Guess what? I'm drinking half that motherfucker, taking it home. Babe, you want to have Starbucks coffee? Some bitch bought some
woman trying to pick me up.
Yeah, some bitch was trying to buy. She was trying to get my number, so you know what I'm saying. I gave her my job number. I gave her my work number.
Crazy.
But at the end of the day,
but why are you giving her your work number for her to be blowing you up at work?
She ain't gonna be blowing me up at who is gonna call? Can you get through to me at work?
I don't know. I never tried.
You should try. And see how hard it is.
I don't know what's your work number.
Chris, tell him if we got cell phones for a reason at our job. Shit. GMOs, don't let it be busy too. Oh, you're gonna have to call him back, man. We're kind of getting swamped.
Oh God, I'm glad I don't live in Texas.
Oh man, but yes, that is.
Wear all my guns down there.
Oh, you definitely will. You ain't gonna need them. Hey,
extra bullets.
Alrighty, but this is a great show, y'all. I appreciate everybody's opinion on it. We even covered some twists and turns and stuff, and even covered the Aisha Curry. You know, hashtag and brought that back up years later.
I feel you, Aisha.
You held hostage.
Right.
Already. Is that... Huh?
I was laughing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, sis, thank you. Nice to meet you again. You, my brother, you just a pain in my left cheek.
You already know it.
Nice to meet you as well.
Already, is there any shout outs y'all want to give? Any y'all want to tell people where they can find y'all at so they can tune in to y'all?
You can tap in over here, Astro and Fatzilla. You know, we got a hit out called Devastated on YouTube. Again, it's Fatzilla featuring Astro called Devastated. You can catch it on YouTube. We got a lot more stuff coming this year. Shout out to everybody in the OTK. You know, much love to Zilla, Bub G, Sing, Jay Cook, everybody out there listening to our music, pushing it forward as a movement. I want to thank everybody. And, you know, I want to wish everybody a good and safe night and evening. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, safe with their families. And, you know, prayers for those who are out there sick, you know, for everyone to get better. And I want to thank y'all for having me on the show, too. You know, so.
Definitely. Love to have you back on there. How about you, Connie? Any shout outs? Anybody you want to tell them how to find you?
Oh, yeah, I'm on YouTube. I had an indie label for quite some time, but anyway, Buck and I are going to revamp some of the 3 songs we wrote and did together as well. But anyway, that was with Lofton Records LLC. That's where you would find it under Berkeley Buckles, and he's the artist. He's a R&B OG. But anyway, that's what we're in the middle of doing right now. I don't have another label. I'm not even going to bother with that. Anyway, Ma XO, like I said, is on the same with you, and just come and hit us up. Listen to us all. Be all good. Love you guys.
I really love you too, baby. I love you too.
Love you guys too, and thank you for the prayers. As I always say, some people may not like it or some people may not want to, but yeah, prayers are always welcome and always thought about. Be kind to one another, love each other, just continue to do you. You only get one life to live, and live it to the fullest,
Yep. I wear a t-shirt, Erica. This would be nice on it.
Yep. God is love and love is God, so
already.
It is what it is.
Yes.
And big shout out to my brother.
Already. Yeah. Already. Y'all already know how to find BOSS.
We've been in trouble for a long time together.
Definitely. Yeah, way too long together. We almost got banned off. I got banned. She almost got banned on Facebook at the same time.
Yeah, we get in trouble together too.
But y'all already know how to find BOSS Radio. This is Passionate Love Hour. What Would You Do podcast. Check out our sponsor, Southside Beauty Care, where you can find all natural skincare products to take care of your eczema, acne, psoriasis, and more. And we definitely got all the necessary butters, oils, and soaps that you can definitely need. Everything you can need. Black soap, black seed oil, shea butter, and all. So make sure y'all hit them up, SouthsideBeautyCare.com. You can find us on all your favorite streaming services, iTunes, iHeart, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, you just name it, we own it. So make sure y'all find us, like us, subscribe, and share us to all of your family, your friends. And make sure you get the word out there, because we got a great podcast here that's only going to get better, baby. You heard that?
Don't forget, Valentine's Day is coming up. Y'all come out and get some of this beauty care that we got.
That's real.
And you know what, Miss Erica? Boss sent me some of the mango one time. Oh, my God, I love that stuff.
That mango butter.
And that mango butter.
The mango.
I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, I love that stuff.
Chris, you ought to check out the website. Get your girl some. Y'all would love it. Like I said, we got a great Valentine's Day basket that's going to be coming up. They're going to be going like hotcakes.
Mm-hmm. So make sure.
Huh?
You can find it at SouthsideBeautyCare.com.
SouthsideBeautyCare.com. All right, I got it.
Alrighty, everybody have a great evening out there, and tune in, because next Sunday is going down once again with What Would You Do podcast on BOSS Radio, baby. You already know what it is.
I hope you cuddled up, because this is passion on BOSS Radio.
Girl, I love you, but I love her too. I'm not saying I don't need you, but I need her too. It's a different type of love at the same time. I just want you both at the same time. See, one gives me what I need, the other what I want. I'm trying to be honest with you. I promise I don't wanna leave you, but I can't be without her, and I can't be without you. Your love is so good, her sex is too. Your heart is so pure, her game is true. See what it's gonna do this for sure. Cause I'm tired of the bullshit, and I'm tired of the games. I have more love to give, so this is how we remain. Stuck where we are, stuck cause you're insecure. Stuck where we are, stuck cause you're insecure. So can we meet in the middle? Can we meet in the middle? The middle of love. The middle of love. Can we meet in the middle? Can we meet in the middle? The middle of love. Follow me at Fresh ENT. Chip.
I wanna know, do you love me? Or is it just my imagination? Don't tell me I'm just dreaming. Don't let my heart just keep on waiting for love. I wanna know, do you love me? Or is it just my imagination? Don't tell me I'm just dreaming. Don't let my heart just keep on waiting for love. I'm patiently waiting for you to let me know, 'cause I'm caught up in your love. It's all in my life is graceful. It may be quite crazy to want as much as I want you. I don't care, 'cause I'm determined to build my world all around your love. All that I know, don't you know you're all I feel. You're all that I see. Yeah, love. Don't let my heart just keep on waiting for love. I wanna know, do you love me?
Southside Boss Radio. Southside Boss Radio.